Hey guys, it's bspell81. I wanted to start this video with a huge thank you. I am up to 103 subscribers, subscribers on YouTube. I keep getting mixed up between blogger and YouTube. Followers or subscribers? I am completely floored. I had no idea that my little dinky YouTube channel would ever get over 100, even to 100. So thank you to all of you who have subscribed. I'm glad that you're enjoying my videos, and just a huge super thanks. So partially as a thank you for that, and partially due to a request I got on Blogger a while back, I'm going to do an updated doll room tour. I'm not going to go into as much detail in each doll room, just because I was so uber detailed last time, and I'm not going to go into that much detail this time. Sorry, I'm talking and not watching the camera, so it's going sideways. I thought I would also go over some of the changes in the other parts of my room as well. So those of you who remember the first room tour will remember that I had all three doll rooms stacked up together. By the way, I apologize for the glare here, but my lighting is pretty bad in here, so I have to use my trusty lamp to help with the lighting. So I will try and not let that interfere too much. So anyway, I had all three of the doll rooms stacked up, and then I had a doll display on top. Similar to what I have here, although you'll notice that I've now moved the top room over to the top of the dresser. My dad came and helped me with this, and my mom too, so thank you to both of you. One of the things we changed is we lifted up that bottom room, and we added some storage underneath, so I can now have all of my doll clothes that relate to my 18-inch dolls under there. One of the main reasons I made this change is because when I had all three rooms stacked up, the good thing was it was very condensed, and it was just one section of the room. But the hard thing was that the bottom room was so low that it was not very practical for use. It was hard to get down there. A lot of times I wouldn't even remember to look down there because it was just kind of an out of sight, out of mind thing. And then the top room, when it was all the way up on top, the room itself was okay, but the display I put on the top, that was the BFC ink room, was so tall that I had to get on a chair to even reach it. And so it just, once again, was not very practical, especially for when I wanted to do photo stories and things. So that's why we made this change. I'm going to come over here and just give you a closer look at everything. So we have, this big tote here has all of my 18-inch doll dresses and longer coats, anything that's too long to fit in a smaller tote. The two small totes here have all the shirts, shorts, pants, sweaters, those sorts of things. The thing in the middle is just a little vintage suitcase, and it has some of their Christmas items. This is just a bunch of random stuff over here, a couple of my totes that I use when I travel. And then this suitcase here has all their shoes. The tall object here is one of the American doll rooms that I reviewed on my blog quite a while ago. It's been in my daughter's rooms, but they just recently rearranged and ran out of room. So I'm going to come in a little closer. I'm sorry this is going to be a little shaky at first. I'm going to, move the lamp a little closer so there's a little more light. Still a little difficult because it's farther down than the light, and I can't really video and hold I can try to video and hold the lamp, but it's a little difficult. So this is Tess and Haley's room. Some of you will remember that originally their room was over on top of the dresser over here without a box. So they're in a box now. We have Tess and Haley and their bed. I'm really pleased with this setup in here. Excuse me while I move Tess out of the way. We've got Tess's curio and her dresser, a few little posters, the bed, eclipse, and then Haley's nightstand. I'm going to move this back while I put Tess back in. I apologize for the shaky video. I haven't done this very often, so okay. And then this is Haley's little collector's shelf with all her Hello Kitty stuff and some of the other things that she collects. So it's a bit snug in here, but I'm pretty happy overall with how it looks. And going up a level, we have Emma and Charlie's room. This is probably the best, I would say this is probably the best level. The bottom of the room comes right about to the middle of my stomach, so it's just a perfect height to reach everything. And this room is pretty much unchanged as far as I know. I haven't watched my old video in a while. But we've got oops, there I go again in the light. We've got the big shelf over here with all of their collectibles on it. This was a Goodwill find, like $3, which is really fun. Their little toy chest and some of their posters. Emma and Hayden have both decided that they really like Frozen as well, so you'll see a few Frozen editions in here because I love the movie so much. I had to have some of my dolls be fans of it too. And I did add a Thomas Kincaid Tangled poster as well, which is really hard to see, but to add to Emma's, sorry, trying to not have the shine in there, Beauty and the Beast one. And then I'm going to move Charlie out of the way here. This side we still have the nightstand. You know, I might have rearranged, I can't remember. And some Pixar posters for Charlie. So, your Bath and Body Works shopping bag. So, I'm very pleased with that room. I'm going to move the lamp back again so that you can see the next room, which is Alice and Ella's room. Now, the last time I did this, I did not have these dolls, and so I didn't have a room for them. I didn't want to go and invest in another doll bed, so I made this one more of a sitting room, but I included some of the things that they enjoy. Alice is my Whovian, so there are some little Doctor Who toys up here. Her blue shelf I thought was very fitting for her Doctor Who stuff. She also has a few Alice in Wonderland things. Ella is Tess and Haley's little sister, and she loves musicals, especially Singing in the Rain and The Wizard of Oz. Still have to find her some Singing in the Rain stuff, but she does have some Wizard of Oz posters and dolls. She also has a doll collection, so she has a lot of the mini dolls and some of the other things. This hat rack in the corner I love. This was a little mug rack I found at Goodwill for about $2. It works very well. So we're now going to move down to this room, which is Rachel and Maggie's room, and I love how this room turned out. It's just very colorful, and it's fun because it's not quite as girly as some of the other rooms, which is really neat. So they have, I'm just going to do a quick tour, they have a ton of action figures and other little toys that they enjoy. We have the Avengers, we have Lord of the Rings, ooh, sorry, my hand's shaking. How to Train Your Dragon, Narnia, just a lot of fun stuff. And they have a ton of posters, most of which are postcards or VHS covers. The Despicable Me is a DVD cover, Blu-ray cover. And Rachel with her stuffed Kermit and Beaker, because she loves the Muppets. And at the foot of their bed, they have a whole lineup of some action figures, because they're more action figure types than doll types. You've seen this before in the BFC Ink room, but I love the quilt here. It's a mini quilt that I found at Goodwill. It looks like the type of little sampler quilt you'd enter in a contest or something. And yes, that is Garfield's bear Pookie. I just found him at Goodwill. Sorry, squirrel. Anyway, the blanket is just makes a really fun, colorful floor covering. So now pardon me while I move the lamp. I'm going to try and watch the camera this time so I don't make it too crazy. This is Hayden and Jenna's room. There haven't been too many changes to this one, although I've found a lot more things to put on the walls. So we've got Jenna's side over here. You might remember that Jenna is my Broadway nut. So she has a bunch of posters from musicals and things. The Secret Garden, Fiddler on the Roof, Les Mis, Brigadoon, Phantom of the Opera, and then some other random things that aren't necessarily musicals. And Hello Dolly. I think there's one on that wall, but I can't remember what it is, and it's too dark. So, let's see, I'll come over here. Oh yeah, it's a My Fair Lady one that's starting to come off. And then we have their shelf with a lot of their collectibles. My Little Pony, Aladdin, Strawberry Shortcake, Carousel Horses. This is still probably my favorite shelf I've ever gotten. Another thrift store find. And we've got Hayden's little nightstand and some of her toys and things. She's my other Frozen gal, so we've got an Anna doll and an Anna poster and her Aladdin poster and a bunch of posters on her wall and some toys and things on her bed. And we still have the princess puzzle mat on the floor. And her really awesome My Little Pony lunchbox that my mom got me for Christmas. No, it wasn't Christmas. It was for a birthday trip. It was something she got me. So I think I'm going to stop there because my camera tends to run out of memory very quickly. So the next video will cover my corner over here, Lala Loopsy, Rapunzel, Pull Up, and more. So I'll be back in a bit.